Hi, my name is Dr. Deb, and I'm your instructor, and I am so looking forward to teaching you all. I have a PhD in nutrition from Tufts University. I started cooking at the age of 4. I loved it. I loved everything about cooking. It was something that I tracked my entire life. I was a cook. I went and apprenticed for a German pastry chef from the age of 14 to about 21. I went to Banff Springs Hotel and became a first cook and was in charge of the bar and the room service. I went back to Montreal, where I'm originally from, and I worked for a catering service as a sous chef. And then I decided, do I want to continue my career as a chef or do I want to do something else? Because cooking was my first and still is my first love. And during that time, it was in the 80s and 90s, women weren't treated very well in the kitchen. And so I decided I always wanted to love to cook. And I didn't want to have to deal with what I was dealing with in the kitchen. So I decided, let's go get a PhD in nutrition. So I chose the best school, Tufts University, and received my PhD from Tufts and continue to this day to explore food in all its many dimensions. I moved up to Vermont about 2.5 years ago with my two boys. I have a 9 and 15-year-old boy. And we live in Norwich, Vermont with my 4 chickens, a Newfoundland, and a kitty cat. And it's all quiet right now, but that's pretty rare. So you've learned about my cooking experience. The best dish I've ever, or the best bite, I have to say, I've had so many of them. It's really hard to choose, but I'll just choose one. And it shows you an example. So after the elections, no matter who you voted for, I went out to dinner with a bunch of people. And the talk was all about who the new president was going to be. And didn't want to partake in that conversation. So I decided I was going to escape. And I ordered from the Pine Hotel in Hanover the most delicious hot fudge sundae. And they did it with a twist. And it was tiny. It came in this little tiny bell jar. And I was transported to a place beyond the conversation. And I have to say, I went back to the Pine Hotel probably a couple months later and had that same sundae. It didn't taste as good. So you'll learn in this field of culinary nutrition what goes into those moments. You know, it's more than just the taste, it's the feelings and all of that. And I can't wait to hear all of your stories and your introductions.